That's right, I don't have any kids. I just have one kid. What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl LeonaLovin, and I'm back playing in makeup again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I've got hella goodies from Sephora and I'm gonna be unboxing them and trying them out and giving you my opinion on these products. I also have a bit of a story time for you. Girl, have I got a story for you. So if you'd like to see how I got this look and hear this tea, please keep watching. Grab your makeup brushes, grab your tea, let's go get glam with me, okay? Let's go. As you can tell, I'm super excited. I'm so happy this package came hella quick because I've been dying to play new makeup and tell you guys about this guy I went on a date with. So we're gonna do a full glam today. Let's just get into it. I'm going to be pulling out the products as I'll be using them. The first thing is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This primer isn't new to me. I've been using a sample of it for a while. Sephora had larger trial size. I probably got about that much product or so in the sample, and I really loved how it works, so I decided to buy the product. I find when it goes on, it's like sticky. It feels weird when it's going on, but as soon as you apply your makeup, it just glides on. It's whew, you notice a difference, you really do. I also got this. It's a stand for your makeup brushes. Sephora has a collection of makeup brushes that have magnets on the bottom, so then you can just place your brushes on top. But I didn't buy it for that. I needed something to put my foundation on because I normally put it on the back of my hand and I don't want to do that anymore. So I needed something to put my foundation on so that I could just like dip my brush in it. This next product I'm really excited about because I've heard great things about this brand, but I've never actually tried anything from it. I needed a new contour cream. I wanted something in this form of a stick, so I decided to get the Fenty Match Stix Trio. I decided to go with this because one, it was on sale, and two, then I had the opportunity to try out the highlighter and also the concealer stick too. Hopefully this is a match. The only downside to buying it in this is you don't really get to pick the exact colors that you may need, so I'm hoping that these colors work for me. Ooh, I like the color. Oh, and it's magnetic too. Is this what it looks like? I like the color. Clearly, you know, nudes and blush pinks are definitely my color. I'm going to conceal first, and that's just what it looks like. I find it goes on kind of dry, like I'm having to really press to get this. The color looks like it'll be a match, I think, yeah. I think you really gotta warm up the stick to get a smooth application, because now it's applying much better now that I've applied it on all these other areas on my face. All right, let's see how it blends out. I'm going to try blending this out with a beauty blender. I wanted to try out a new brow product, so I'm going to be giving this a try from Benefit. Oh, this is really tiny. This is about $20 for this small product. Hey, Do you see my two small fingers holding this? Barely, right? The other side of it though is a brush. This pot is so small, you can barely fit the brush in here. Okay, I do really like that I haven't had to dip my brush back into the pot to finish my eyebrow. Normally with my Anastasia brow pomade, I would have like dipped in a whole bunch of times by now. So the product definitely lasts. I don't even feel like there's that much on my brush because I couldn't even fit it into the pot. That was the fastest I've done an eyebrow. That is so surprising. Like the pot, yes, is tiny, but the product payoff is definitely there. Let me stop hating. This product is fire. All right, so while I clean up my brows, let me tell you what I came here to tell y'all. So I went on this date. Let's call him Casper, because he a ghost now. So we went for dinner and actually had a really great time. Like from the moment he picked me up until he dropped me home, we were just talking non-stop. It was so cool. You know, he was interesting. I thought he was really smart. Like he was out here opening car doors and everything. He was a gentleman for real. He wasn't out here like Harry Potter asking me to pick him up. So we made plans to hang out the next day because, you know, the vibes are right. Why not? We go downtown and we go out to eat first, and it's just the same energy from the day before. Great conversation. He's polite. He's attentive. Neither of us are on our phones. Like that day I spent the entire day with him and I wasn't checking my phone or anything. Like we were just getting to know each other. So after brunch, we make our way to the park. And girl, it was such a vibe, yo. Vancouver is so beautiful. The sun was out. We're right by the water. We're walking along the seawall. Oh, it was just such a nice day. For my eyes, I'm using the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop. So like I said, you know, we're walking along the seawall and walking and talking, you know, all day, bruh. We did 22 kilometers. Like I said, we were just talking, getting to know each other all day, asking each other all sorts of questions. Questions about our families, questions about our jobs. We talked about, you know, our future goals, you know, and just really talked and really listened. And it seemed like he was really forthcoming about everything. You know, like when I asked him stuff, it seemed like he was genuine in his answers too. But then there was one question I asked him that he seemed a little off about. And when I say off, I just mean, one, his answer was strange, and two, his body language just changed. Like all of his responses all day, like they just came right off his lips. You know, he didn't hesitate. It seemed like he was speaking truth. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have to think about it. Like he just responded. But then I asked him, do you have a wife and kids? Are you married? Or like, what's your situation? And I want to be blunt and ask that because sometimes people won't volunteer that and they'll make it seem like they're single or whatever. So I was straight up and I don't even remember what he said, but I was like, huh? And I didn't ask him this randomly or anything. We were talking about kids. And so like I said, he kind of hesitated and then he said something strange and I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, I'm really confusing. My friends say I confuse them all the time. I'm probably gonna confuse you a lot. I'm like, what? Can you just answer the question? And he said no. He said he didn't have a wife, didn't have any kids. The date goes on, nothing else strange happens. He doesn't have any weird responses like that again. Everything else seems to be genuine. But I definitely filed that moment away. So fast forward a couple days after this date, he and I are texting and he's asking me what I'm doing. And I told him I was editing some photos for Instagram. Right after that, you know, he's on my Instagram liking some photos. In my notifications, it said, you know, Casper liked your photo. And then immediately afterwards, it said, someone started following you. Of course, I always check out like the people who were following me and like their photos back too. But when I looked at this page, it seemed like it was a fake profile. Everything about it pointed me in the direction of Casper's ex, who he had mentioned a few times in our talks. I picked up new lashes too, of course. These are from Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're the Gorgina? I don't know. So the profile she followed me from was her business profile, and of course she followed herself on it, right? So at this point I'm thinking, yo, this is really strange. Like, why is she here? If she's his ex, why is she creeping me? I'm feeling uncomfortable about this situation at this point, you know? I forget about it and I'm on Instagram later, and you know how Instagram has that new feature and you're scrolling through your stories and then one slide where it says discover new people, and it'll remind you of like new followers that you have, or just, you know, random people that they think you should follow. So her name's at the top of this list and I'm like, oh yeah, this strange person's following me. So I look at her page and bruh, hold on, let me put these lashes on. I got this new eyeliner from Kat Von D as well. I wanted something that had a firmer tip. I'm just going to use this to go over my lash band. So yeah, I'm on her page and I'm like, something's not right. So I call my girl because 1 detective is good, but 2 is better. But before we get into that, I got more Fenty. I got 2 blushes from Fenty Beauty as well. Summertime Wine and Bikini Martini. Let's take them out of the packaging and see which one I'm going to use. Some more cute packaging. This is Summertime Wine. Ooh, and Bikini Martini. You know I love pink, so I'm definitely gonna go with this one first. So on her page, she's got pictures of him and her and their daughter. So my girl's looking at the same thing I'm looking at. First she thinks I'm tripping, but then she starts really to look. You know, she starts to do the math. You know, she starts lining things up. While all this investigation is happening, he and I are texting. And so I ask him, do you know someone named whatever? Cause she on my page. No, I didn't start with that, but I was just like, yo, do you know someone named? And he's like, yeah, that's my ex. Do you know her? Boy, no, I don't know her. Come get your girl. Like, I like this. This is really, really subtle pink. I can see the shimmer though. And I'm like, no, but she follows me on Instagram. And he's like, oh, what a small world. It is not a small world. There is no coincidence that right after you like my pictures, she started following me. In fact, she's really good because Instagram doesn't even have that feature anymore. You can't even see which photos people like. So the level of investigation skills that she has, kudos, because that's impressive. How'd she do that? I'm like, so do you two have a kid together? And he's like, yes, a baby girl. I'm thinking, okay. Flashback to the park when he got all weird. He definitely lied. So I'm like, you said you didn't have any kids. Let me tell you what he said, okay? That's correct. I don't have kids, but I have a kid. Somebody come get your mans, huh? Come and get him. And then he goes, sorry for the technicality. I read this and I'm like, yo, this man, nah. And I'm like, you should have just been upfront from the beginning instead of lying about it, you know? And he's like, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, this is my fault for misunderstanding you. Sir, do you know what any means? When I said, do you have any kids? That means 1 or more. Hey Alexa, what does any mean?
As an adjective, any is usually defined as 1 or some, 1 or more without specification or identification.
Oh.
As a pronoun, any is usually defined as an unspecified person or persons, anybody, anyone.
Person.
As an
I'm just as confused as y'all right now. The audacity. I want to know where the audacity store is. Where is this store that men keep going to collect all this extra bits of audacity? Where is it? From Amazon? For highlighter, I'm applying Beaming Blush from MAC. That's how I know, like, you gotta follow your instincts. I knew something was up at the park, you know? Just his response was so strange. Like, bruh, you know what I meant when I was asking you, do you have a wife? Any kids? That includes one. Like, I ain't even mad though. This is hilarious. The things people come up with to like not look bad, instead of just being like, yeah, I didn't want to tell you that on a second date I messed up. That's still crappy for lying, but at least he would have fessed up. But no, this man said to me, I don't lie. You asked me a question and I answered the question specifically. Like, I'm not gonna say all men ain't, but this one specifically ain't shit. For my lips, I used Stone from MAC, and then I just applied Cashmere from Lime Crime. I don't know what this man was planning on doing, like pop up with the kid just down the line. That's why he's now Casper the Friendly Ghost. Stay friendly from afar. And this is the final result, y'all. I think I want to add more highlighter. And that is how I got this look. I had to share all my new Sephora goodies with you guys, and of course tell you this story because my friends and I had such a good laugh. Specifically, I ain't even mad at it. When you're dating, there's good people that you're gonna come across. There's people who are not worth your time. All is fair in love and basketball, or whatever it is they said. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my haul and my story time chit chat. Stay tuned. I have some more Sephora goodies for you. I also got a whole bunch of new skincare from them as well. So I'll be doing another skincare routine video, but this will be my evening skincare routine. Stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment, like this video, and of course, subscribe, join the LeonaLovin family, and check me out on Instagram. I'll catch you in my next video.